The great men of the motherland this time achieved 200 or more hits for 10 consecutive seasons in the MLB, becoming the only Asian player to win titles as leading hitter and stolen base champion, and the first Asian season MVP. I will introduce the acquired Japanese treasure, Ichiro. If you call someone who can do something without effort a genius, then I'm not. If you call someone who can do something as a result of hard work a genius, then I think so. If people think that I can beat them without even trying, they are wrong. Born in Toyoyama Town, Nishikasugai District, Aichi Prefecture. Born on October 22, 1973 as the second son of Nobuyuki Suzuki. Shortly after his birth, he moved from Moriyama Ward, Nagoya City, to Toyoyama Town, Nishikasugai District. Although he was the second son of two brothers, he was named Ichiro, by taking the letter 1 from his grandfather, Jinichi. When he was in elementary school, he belonged to the local boys' baseball team, the Toyoyama Sports Boy Scouts. He played as number 4 in the ace and participated in the national tournament when he was in the 6th grade. From the time he was in the 3rd grade of elementary school, after returning home from his school, he practiced baseball with his father in a nearby park. After a while, the flight distance increased and he started hitting out-of-field home runs, so he went to the airport batting center in the town 6 to 7 days a week. In his junior year he was hitting a ball with a speed of 100 km per hour. He went to the batting center so much that he was not satisfied with the speed of the ball for general use, so he ordered a spring for Ichiro and replaced it when he arrived. His father honed his eye for pitching by instructing him not to care about his fees and to stay out of the ball. When he was in the 3rd year of junior high school, he participated in the All-Japan Boys Rubber Baseball Tournament and won 3rd place. He will participate in Koshien and go to Ikodai Maiden High School in Nagoya City, Aichi Prefecture, a prestigious baseball school, to become a professional baseball player. During his 3 years in high school, he had 269 hits in 536 at-bats, a batting average of .501, 19 homers, 74 doubles, 28 triples, and 131 stolen bases. He recorded a batting average of over 70%, especially in the local tournaments in his 3rd year. Due to his excellent results, the director at the time called him "Alien." From that time on, his name was mentioned as an influential player as a pitcher. His father, Nobuyuki Suzuki, thought, "You should aim for both the literary and athletics, and go to university before becoming a professional baseball player. I can practice, and aim to enter the professional from high school." On top of that, he hoped to join the Chunichi Dragons, a local team, ahead of the 1991 draft meeting. However, the evaluation of the team was not high, and in the end it was not nominated. On the day of the draft meeting, Ichiro was told by his coach that he was nominated by Orix instead of Chunichi, but later said, "I was confused about Orix, but there was a team that needed me. I was very happy with just that. I had no hesitation in joining Orix." He made his first team appearance on July 11, 1992 against the Fukuoka Daiei Hawks. His first appearance in the starting lineup in the match against Daiei the next day. He hit a straight ball thrown by Keiji Kimura to the right field and recorded his first professional hit. In the same year Junior All-Star in the 8th inning with a tie, Katsuya Udo hit the final home run to win the MVP and the prize money of 1 million yen, and donated the entire prize money to a nursing home in Kobe City. In the opening game of 1993, he was appointed as the starting lineup as the 9th and center fielder, and in the next day's game, he served as the first batter, but after that, he went to the reserve and dropped out of the Second Army. During his life in the Second Army, in the fall of the same year, Ichiro created the pendulum batting method, which became synonymous with Ichiro in the Japanese era, in collaboration with Kenichiro Kawamura, the Second Army batting coach. Just before the opening of the official game in 1994, he changed his registered name from Ichiro Suzuki to Ichiro. He was the first Japanese player to register his name without his surname. Akira Ogi, who was invited as a director from this year, saw Ichiro's exceptional batting sense and immediately called him to the First Army and played an active role as a regular. He became the first hitter from the end of April, and in the 122nd game, he achieved the feat of 200 hits in a season for the first time in Japanese professional baseball history. He is the youngest hitter in Nippon professional baseball history to win the season MVP. Before the opening of 1995, the Kobe City, the home base, suffered devastating damage in the Great Hanshin Awaji earthquake, and Ichiro himself was also affected by the Oryx dormitory in Kobe City. Oryx started this year with the slogan, Ganbaro Kobe. As a symbol of Kobe's recovery from the earthquake, Ichiro won the lead hitter, RBI King, stolen base king, most hits, and highest on-base percentage. He won the batter's 5 crowns. It was the first time in the history of Nippon professional baseball that the RBI King and stolen base king were simultaneously acquired. In 1998, he finished the season with a batting average of .358 and 181 hits. Recorded. On October 12, 2000, he announced his intention to challenge MLB using the posting system at a press conference. On November 10, 2000, the Seattle Mariners acquired exclusive negotiating rights through the first Japanese posting system for over $13 million. He became the first Japanese fielder in the major leagues. His jersey number is 51. At first, there were many voices in both Japan and the United States that questioned whether Japanese fielders would work in the MLB. At that time, Mariners manager Lou Piniella also did not expect much, saying, "The batting average will be 28% to 30%, and the stolen bases will be 25 to 30. Started in the opening game against the Oakland Athletics on April 2, 2001 as the first pitcher and right fielder. He got off to a good start by hitting his first major league hit in front of the center in the 4th at bat, and bunting in the 5th at bat, contributing to the team's victory with 2 hits and 1 score. After that, he steadily accumulated hits, and reached 200 hits in the 132nd game on August 8. On September 8, 1996, Alex Rodriguez updated the team's most hits record of 215 hits. With 242 hits in the season 9th all-time at the time, he broke the record for most hits by a rookie in MLB, and was the first Asian hitter to win Rookie of the Year. In addition, he has won numerous First Asian titles and accolades, including Lead Hitter, Stolen Base Champion, MVP of the Season, Silver Slugger Award, and Gold Glove Award. In 2003, he got off to a slow start with a batting average of. In the All-Star Game fan vote, he won the most votes in both leagues for the 3rd consecutive year from a newcomer. It was selected with the highest evaluation in the newly established player-to-player vote from this year. Even if you remove the annotation that the highest number of consecutive fan votes came from a newcomer, Ken Griffey Jr. was the second feat in history, and solidified his position as an MLB star player. In 2004, he broke George Sisler's all-time record of 257 hits in a major league season, which remained unbroken for 84 years. Ultimately, the team sank to the bottom of the district for the first time in 12 years, but he himself updated the record for the most hits in the season with 262 hits, 5 more than George Sisler's season record. This record has not been broken for more than 15 years. In 2005, he achieved 1,000 hits in MLB. On May 3, 2007, he broke the American League record for consecutive stolen bases with 41 consecutive stolen bases. In 2009, he was selected as the Japanese national team for the second WBC held in March before the start of the season, and was selected for the second time in 2 consecutive tournaments. He didn't get any hits from the practice games before the start of the tournament, and even after the start of the tournament, he was in a terrible condition with a batting average of around .200. Ni Ichiro responds to that. Despite a batting average of .273 in the tournament as a whole, in the final match against South Korea, he had 4 hits in 6 at-bats, and in the 10th inning of extra time, Masayuki Hayashi gave a timely 2-run hit in the final, contributing greatly to Japan's consecutive victory at the end. At the trophy presentation ceremony and victory party that followed, the normally cool Ichiro never stopped smiling. On September 9, in the first match against the Athletics, he hit a severe double to the right wing line, achieving a total of 2,000 MLB hits. In his 9th season, he was the fastest in history, and in his 1,402 th game, he was the second fastest ever, behind only Al Simmons' 1,390. On September 9, Willie Keeler achieved 200 hits for the 9th consecutive year, which was the first time in 108 years that he had 200 hits for the 8th consecutive year. On March 28, 2012, he participated in the official opening game in Japan for the first time since moving to MLB, and showed 4 hits in 5 at-bats. He achieved 2,500 MLB hits in his 1,817th game, the 4th fastest in history against the Arizona Diamondbacks on June 19. This year, the Mariners manager Eric Wedge had recommended the use of the batting order since the offseason of the previous year, and although the batting order moved from first to third, due to poor results, he returned to first and third after June. Appointment method changes such as moving to number 2. He never got better, batting .261, especially at Safeco Field, where he was batting .214. Traded to the New York Yankees on July 23, 2012 in a 2-to-1 trade for DJ Mitchell and Danny Farquhar. At the press conference announcing the transfer, he revealed that he volunteered to move. The uniform number 51, which he has been familiar with since the Oryx era, was once worn by Bernie Williams, who Ichiro himself admired in the Yankees. For Ichiro, he won the district championship for the first time in 12 years since 2001. He had his first champagne fight in MLB. The number of hits in the entire regular season was 178 hits, which was his lowest record, lower than the previous year, but the batting average was .283, which was higher than the previous year. In the postseason, he played as the second hitter in every game. In Game 2 against the Orioles, he survived between Robinson Cano's doubles in a 2-out first base scene. In this scene, he went around third base when he was completely out, but he was able to dodge 2 touches from opponent catcher Matt Wieters and home in. This home in has become a hot topic in various places, and it has been called Ninja Matrix, after the movie Matrix, Salsa Dance, etc. Possibly the best sliding in Yankees history, it reported. In 2007, when the contract with the Mariners ended and he became a free agent for the first time after becoming a professional, Ichiro himself wanted to stay with the Yankees, San Francisco Giants, and Philadelphia. There were reports that the Phillies, as well as the former Oryx Buffaloes and the Chunichi Dragons based in his hometown of Aichi Prefecture, were interested, but on December 19, he signed a 2-year, $13 million deal with the Yankees. It was announced that in 2014 he became the 5th oldest player in both leagues. He ended up playing 143 games, fewer than the previous year, with 102 hits and a batting average of .284. On January 27, 2015, it was announced that he had signed a 1-year deal with the Miami Marlins for a salary of $2 million plus sales. His uniform number was also worn by Oryx and Mariners 51. On October 4, he pitched for the first time as a pitcher in the bottom of the 8th inning against the Philadelphia Phillies in the final game of the season. He pitched the first inning, allowing 2 hits, 1 run, and a complete substitution, with a top speed of 89 miles per hour, 143 kilometers per hour. In 2015, he played in 153 games, which is more than the previous year, but remained at a career-low 91 hits and a batting average of .229. On October 6, he signed a 1-year contract with the Marlins for the following year. On August 7, 2016, he started in the match against the Colorado Rockies in the enemy area as number 6, middle-ranked, and in the 4th at-bat of the 7th inning, Chris Lushin hit a triple with a direct hit from the light fence, becoming the 30th player in history. Achieved 3,000 hits in MLB total. His 3,000 hit achievement in his 16th season is tied with Pete Rose for the fastest record ever. He was only the second player in history, after Paul Molitor, to triple his 3,000th hit. Marlins announced he would be leaving the team after his contract option for 2018 was not exercised. In 2018, he was in a state where his team was not decided at the time of camp-in for the first time, and he was voluntarily training in Japan, but on March 7, he officially announced a 1-year contract with the Mariners. His annual salary is reportedly $750,000, up to $2 million per year, his Miami-era salary, on output. He went on to play 15 games with 9 hits and a .205 batting average. On May 3, it was announced that he signed a Special Assistant Advisor contract with the Mariners and will not play for the rest of the year as a player. On March 20, 2019, he attended the MLB Japan opening match against the Athletics held at Tokyo Dome as a member of the Mariners. He played in all 2 games and announced his retirement on the 21st. His final at-bat was a grounder in the 8th inning. This gave him no hits in the season for the first time in 28 years since he entered the professional league. On April 30, 2019, it was announced that he was appointed as a special assistant to the Mariners chairman and instructor. In addition to coaching players at the Mariners, he was also entrusted with duties such as coaching outfield defense and base running, assistant hitting coach, and GM support at the affiliated AAA Tacoma Rainiers. On September 9, before the White Sox match at his hometown Seattle, he was awarded the Franchise Achievement Award, a special achievement award given to a person who contributed to the team and made a great achievement. In addition, he has a contract with the Mariners to receive a portion of his salary in installments during his active career, and his relationship through giving and receiving money will continue until 2032. Even after his retirement, he established the grass baseball team, Kobe Chiben, with his friends because he wanted to enjoy baseball purely. Ichiro is the owner, director, and ace himself, and is made up of friends who supported independent training in Kobe during his active days. He also revealed that he would like to establish a grass baseball league in the future. How was it? This time, he achieved 200 hits or more for 10 consecutive seasons in MLB, and won the title of the only Asian hitter and stolen base king, and the first season MVP in Asian history. I introduced Japan's treasure, Ichiro. This channel introduces the greats of Japan. For those who were interested, channel registration. Thank you for your high evaluation.